by it. Some would be horrified by
KO Carolina Jackpot Hall.
All would be interested in it.
The Rob and KO Podcasts.
Let's go. And welcome into the Rob and KO Podcast. I'm Rob Sanders, joining you tonight from Columbia, South Carolina. My podcast partner, he's back from the Poconos. He is back up into the upstate there. He's Mr. Carolina Jackpot. Best YouTuber on the planet, Kale Hall. What's up, buddy?
How you doing tonight, Rob? Glad to be home.
Holding it down, my friend. I'm glad you're back in the safe space. I don't have to worry about you getting mugged in New York City. Don't have all that to worry about, so that's good. It's good to have you back in the Palmetto State, sir.
Yeah, it's good to be back. I always hate it when vacation's over with, but you got to get back to the grind. So here we are.
Well, I have to say, I've been following your trip. The stuff you've been putting out, especially the food reviews, have been outstanding. The chopped cheese place was really cool. I like that. I like the video you did from Shady Maples. That was a pretty good little intake there. The video with the blueberry pancakes was good. But then you snuck one in on me about an hour or two ago where you put up your Kentucky wins or losses record. And it made me go, not that you had Kentucky going in 7-5. The shocking thing on there was Jackpot is trying to be Nostradamus here. He's trying to look right, and he's got Kentucky losing to Tennessee or beating Tennessee, if I remember correctly. Kind of hanging your balls out there, Jackpot.
Yeah, I got Kentucky going 8-4. They're winning that game. I had them losing, I think, to Georgia, Ole Miss,
Texas and Auburn, right? Or Texas and somebody else.
Texas and I can't remember right offhand. It escapes me for a minute there. Florida.
Brock says South Carolina is suing Chris Phillips. Is this something Chris Phillips made up, or?
No, I think they had a whole mix up over the Beamer ball thing and the who owns the trademark to it or something. But I understood that Chris Phillips actually got paid because, South Carolina hadn't trademarked that.
Well, that shouldn't be surprising. Remember when Muschamp hired his running backs coach and agreed to adjust his contract, and they didn't even go in and do that. I mean, you remember that, right? I mean, that was yeah. I mean, it's a shit show for some of that stuff that goes on down there. But hey, I don't know. Hot take. Jay joining the bookcase of accountability. We're going to put that. That's open tonight, by the way. You send your bookcase of accountability stuff and stuff you believe, and we're going to put it in the up on the website, robandkaleshow.com. He says Arkansas will beat Texas.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of it is a hot take, but hey, I got to put this out there too. Something we've been talking about. It seems like everybody's talking about Texas is going to be great. Generally, when teams enter a conference in their first year, can you remember a year where a team just came in and run roughshod over everybody, Jackpot? I can't remember at any point.
No, but in the past, most of the new teams that have entered conferences have not been. I mean, there haven't been elite level teams either. I don't know what Syracuse did their first year in the ACC. I mean, we haven't seen this type of movement.
Billy says Missouri, but Missouri finished with a losing record their first year, and then won the division 2 years in a row after that. So
yeah, they backdoored their way in 2 years in a row, but they were their first year of 2012. They had a losing record.
Yeah, so it's not really the the best example there, but I get where you're coming from with that. But on the same token, it's like no team really just goes in and does whatever the hell it is they think they're going to do. But all right, anyway, so the bookcase of accountability, we're going to keep this going over there. I'm adding our good friend Jay's comment here about Arkansas will beat Texas. I just updated that. I'm going to share that over here with you guys so you can see it. But it's all up on robandkaleshow.com. People love the Bookcase of Accountability. We put stuff up there pretty much every show. Or if I see something that someone comments in Jackpot's comment section over there, or during the rundown, which we host here on the fine Carolina Jackpot channel, we put, you're up for being on the Bookcase of Accountability. So say some silly shit or stuff that I'm like, wow, it's gonna be up there. There you go. There's the link to the Bookcase of Accountability. It's on on our webpage. We do have you saying South Carolina will go 6-6. That's kind of where everybody's at, right? Jackpot 6-6 for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, I've seen people say 4-8, 5-7, 6-6. I haven't seen too many people out there put out a winning record for them. Oh, except for our man Phil Steele, who has 3 sets of power rankings calling for him to go 9-3. But hey, that's just me. It's only been doing this for about 40 years, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, well,
not know what he's talking about.
That's something we can go into. And maybe where we're at. I mean, this is the last show of July. So the 1st of August, I see South Carolina right now at 5 wins. Something may change my mind later on, but I've got them at 5-7. Jackpot's already put his video out. I'll put out my video with all of it. I'll put out my stuff with all of it there towards at the very end of the talking season here. These things can change for stuff you hear from camp, etc. But I got them at 5-7. I'm not very confident in that Gamecock offensive line yet, but they could. I mean, I think the ceiling for them is 7-5, but I think 5-7 is probably where they're going to end up. So there's that. Anyway, what all did you do today, Jackpot? I know you just got back into the Palmetto State, so you've been unpacking and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, did some of that today. Cleaned up the house. I paid a dude $50 to mow my grass while I was gone. And then I got home today, and it doesn't even look like he damn mowed it. So I had to go back out there and mow again. And my grass is very, very thick. It's very bushy, and it's very lush. And I don't really know when the last time was it rained here, but it's still a little bit wet. So the damn lawnmower bogs down just like constantly when you're trying to mow wet grass or grass that's not completely dry. So that was a pain in the ass. I went and loaded a tater chip truck for a couple hours. Got that done for tomorrow. And that's about it. Sat here. Oh, I edited and I got together a video that I'm going to post up. It was my travels I toured. I checked out the UT sections throughout Virginia, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania. So I'm going to put that up. It's about a little 4-minute long video of different clips that I made. Pretty cool.
Is your yard a 70s Earth Mama muff?
It is. It is. It's rough. That's why I don't really even like paying people to do my yard. But last time I was able to mow it not this past weekend. Not last weekend when we left, the weekend before. And I was going to go try to do it like Friday evening again before we left, but I just wasn't able to get to it. And I knew if I didn't, it would be out of control. So, yeah, I wasn't real happy. Just people just don't do shit the way you do it, you know.
Well, you're not going to pay somebody to. Nobody's going to care as much about it as you do. That's kind of the way that shit rolls. So
it is. It absolutely is. Not unless you find yourself a diamond in the rough. Yeah,
and then you better not tell anybody about it because then they'll take all that time from you. Anyway, I watched Team USA today play Serbia in basketball because I love basketball. I watched some of that. I watched some of the swimming today. Went and got the wife's battery replaced in her car. So I had a, all over the place kind of day, but you know how that works. As far as I know, you put a video out on Malik Clark going to Florida State.
Yeah.
I talked about that on Friday on the rundown. It's like he doesn't care about winning, and I mean that. I don't get the if you go to Florida State, especially after what they put out in their bowl game against Georgia, you obviously are not interested in winning. You can be interested in the NIL money. That's great. But as far as they just, I still have that foul taste in my mouth from that bowl game where they just look like shit. So
yeah, I mean, I don't, that just tells me a lot about their culture. Tells me a lot about who they are. That their coach allowed that. So whatever. I mean, young man, it pisses me off. Whoever this Anna Adams is at 24/7 Sports, she's got to be the worst predictor. I mean, of her crystal balls. She might as well not even put them out because they suck, and she's always fucking wrong. And she was wrong again. And I saw this family take their shirts off, and I saw the damn garnet underneath. And I was like, phew. Then I saw him do that fucking tomahawk chop. Fucking pissed me off. That's another school. It doesn't. They're just like fucking Tennessee, which is fucking reams. I'm gonna get on soapbox here for a minute. Pisses me the fuck off. And you people can get over there. You can whine and bitch all you want to. But I'm gonna tell you what. Teams like that right there, them and fucking Tennessee, the reason I don't like them, the reason I complain about it all the time, the reason I get in your fucking shit all the time is because you don't deserve to have fucking success. You don't deserve it. You're down. You were cheating programs. You were cheating. Tennessee has been the most sanctioned program in the history of history. They were giving away fucking money in McDonald's bags to players before it was fucking legal. They were cheating. The damn administration and everybody else knew that Jeremy Pruitt was dirty and was fucking cheating, and they let him do it anyway. And I don't think they deserve to have success on the recruiting trail. They don't deserve to have success, period. Jack fucking shit. Which I didn't like them even before then either, because I didn't like them because in 2012, I didn't like the way they fucked Marcus Lattimore up. They ended his damn career. They fucking done it on purpose. I don't like them. I don't like next year when Steve Spurrier fucking shit the bed against them and lost to one of their terrible fucking teams and missed a damn chance to go to the fucking national championship game, play for the damn SEC, which we would have fucking won. It pisses me off. And Florida State's a fucking pile of shit too.
Well, look,
anyway, rant over.
We've I think we both have said the same things about that. But the thing with Florida State, though, that gets me is that they have this concept that they're the best thing since sliced bread. I mean, it's like, what are you doing? I mean, you've been the shits lately. Since you got rid of that guy that was raping people on campus, that they actually made a video or made a movie about the rape culture at Florida State, all of it centering on old Hambone Winston there. I mean, this guy's a complete shithead, and he goes and him and Jimbo Fisher sold enough used cars, I guess, to get enough players to get a national title, and you hadn't really been shit since. So, then you go into this game with Georgia, and they were talking shit. Some of the fans were talking shit before the game. You go out and lose by 60, and then those same people were like, "Oh, well, it was just a glorified scrimmage." Fuck you with all that. Fuck
yeah,
you.
It was. That's the way they treated it.
All that.
That's why they treated it.
Treated that way. He was still over there coaching his dick off when there was 3 minutes to go in the damn game.
But to me, it also too, it speaks volumes to me about, everybody talks about Shane and what a great recruiter he is. Well, he's got more work to do. Him and his staff can't reel in an in-state kid who also one of his coaches happens to be one of your former quarterbacks from not that damn long ago. If you can't, I mean, that's set up. It's set up like it's on a fucking tee for you to hit a home run with. You can't land him. You can't keep him away from that cesspool. hell you got to do?
I don't know. It's a. When I read that and I seen him tomahawk chopping up there, are you fucking kidding me? What a shit show that turned out to be. Chip says, looks like he wanted out of the South, out of the Carolinas. Someone said, win more games, you can keep in-state recruits. We've talked about this before. He was not offered by Clemson. So he didn't even take a visit there. I mean, maybe he told them, hey, I don't want to go. I don't know. But the point is that according to 247 Sports, he was not even offered by Clemson. Maybe there's something in the mix there. I don't know. But good luck at Florida State. You'll probably have a year there and then, and then go from there because.
Yeah, he's a likely transfer candidate.
Yeah.
Hunter Slay says Beamer couldn't recruit a drunk to work at Jack Daniels Distillery. Yeah, I guess he just happened to trip and fall his way into those 2 5-stars the past 2 years, which is, I mean, about on par with what you people have pulled in. But
hold on, their recruiting class is
keep spewing nonsense.
I'm looking at. Well, I mean, we'll just go with factual information here. So
Beamer can't recruit jack shit. What Brandon says. Oh, but yours is your track record of cheating, your track record of being a dirty fucking program, and prior to the past couple of years where you actually got some sort of respectability back, the tradition of being a fucking shit stain, pulling up the rear in the fucking SEC East or whatever the fuck it was.
They finished 22nd in the country in 2024. If we go back to 2023, let's see where they were there. So we can argue with actual factual information here. In 2023, they finished 16th. So, I mean, I don't know what you want. I mean, let's see here. In the SEC, they finished, where are they at in the SEC? They finished 7th in the SEC in 2023, ahead of Auburn, Arkansas, Ole Miss, Kentucky, Mizzou, and Vanderbilt. That was in 2023. Let's look at 2022, since I'm already looking here. And in 2022, they finished 24th. But let's see where they finished in conference. In the SEC, they finished 10th that year in 2022. But the adage that he can't recruit, that is kind of, you can make the argument, if you really wanted to make an argument, that his recruiting classes are comparable to Will Muschamp. I can buy that because the numbers say that. Maybe it's just a cut and paste thing regardless of who's there. Unless you're Steve Spurrier, you're going to finish in the top 25 anyway. Spurrier's best recruiting class, I think, was like 8th, 9th. That was the class he had with Clowney, #1 player in the country. South Carolina was able to take those recruit classes and stomp some ass. So, I mean, I don't know. We shall see.
The Biscuit says, does Big Barney Ross have a sidekick, Little Barney Ross? Yeah, it was like back in the day in the WWF when a lot of those wrestlers had midget clones of themselves. You remember the little mini Mankind and the mini Undertaker? They had the little mini King Kong Bundy. It's something like that.
So Big Barney Ross is like hardcore Holly. He needs a Crash Holly who's like half his size.
Yeah.
Goes out and takes the bumps for him. That's what Big Barney Ross
Except he can't be dead like Crash Holly is.
Brandon says, what's 2025 look like? Okay, we can look at 2025. Here's the thing, though. None of this matters until they actually sign, dude. Things can change in a matter of seconds here. 2025, we're looking down the list. They're 29th right now. You know what? I'll go on the bookcase of accountability myself. They're not going to finish 29th. They'll finish higher than that.
No.
They'll finish higher than that. Unless Beamer gets shit canned. If Beamer's the head coach, they're going to finish higher than that. So, see, that's the thing, though. If you go with what I'm saying that he can recruit, then there's no fucking excuse for why you can't go to a bowl game. When you recruit better than Missouri every year, You shouldn't be sitting at home on the couch watching Mizzou mouth punch Ohio State in the fourth quarter and beating them in a New Year's Six bowl. And you're sitting on the couch wrapping, Christmas gifts and all that other shit. So there should be no excuses. You've got a better roster, according to the 247 Sports Composite, than Mizzou does. You should be doing at least Mizzou type things. Am I wrong on that, Jackpot?
I don't think so. I mean, that speaks to your development. So,
yeah. Bird to Fly says, "Be honest, Rob. If Beamer misses a bowl game this year, he's still coaching in 2025. I think if they go 5-7 this year, I think he's going to be shown the door. I really do. I think if you're a Gamecock fan, you should expect that. You really should. But
that's what I'd like to see, because it would show a commitment to, we're not going to be this is not acceptable.
Right. Well,
however, I feel like if he's 5-7 and he loses a couple of games by a touchdown, they'll keep him around.
I'll say this about the Clemson team too. And the vibe that I get from Clemson. Clemson has recruited in the top 10, top 12. That's kind of just where they are. And in the end, they're not getting any help from the transfer portal. None. So they're losing these players. Toriano Pride's going to be a guy at Mizzou that's going to make plays. Makumba, I think is his name, is a safety, is going to start at Texas. Those two guys, I think, are going to be big-time players in the SEC this year. They left your program, and what did you do to fucking replace them? You could have went out and gotten somebody. No, you're talking about our guys that are coming in from the high school ranks. I think there's a small section of Clemson fans that are like, look, we appreciate what you've done, Dabo Swinney. We don't want you to go anywhere. But if we have this nonsense where we come out and we go 4-4 to start the season and rally to finish 9-4 on the year with a win over a mid-level SEC team, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. Strap your shit together, go down to Tallahassee, beat those cocksuckers with that losing culture down there. Because you talk about you have the best culture here. They've got shit culture there. Go down there and show that culture does win football games and beat the hell out of those guys down there and go back to Charlotte this year. That should be the absolute minimum for Clemson this year. If you slip up, you lose to SMU or whoever in the ACC championship game, that's fine. But I think a 10-win season or more is par for Clemson this year. And if they don't get there on that, I don't think Sweeney's going to be asked to go. But I think people are going to be like, look, we're tired of your shit. Hit the portal, asshole. Find some guys to fill some holes.
Billy says, according to a well-known USC donor, Beamer will not be fired because he puts asses in seats. Well, I mean, Will Muschamp put asses in the seats.
Brother, the year they went 0-11, the 11th game of the season, they packed the damn place. They're going to have the fucking 80,000 idiots there. At least tickets sold. They may not have that many to show up, but the people are going to buy the damn tickets anyway. So,
Brandon says, I hope Beamer gets a lifetime contract. Yeah. I remember when we used to say things like that about Dabo, and, how'd that work out for us? Jerry Wells said, Jackpot, was there a lot of talks about the Crooks family up in PA? Nah, didn't hear a word about it. I wasn't in the area where that guy was from. He was near Pittsburgh. We were way over on the other side of the state. So,
Ray, welcome to the program.
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
Quick question: If South Carolina over the previous 2 years went 23-4, would they have a losing culture? Okay, Florida State went 23-4 the last 2 years.
Yeah,
we didn't say they had a losing culture. They have a quitter culture.
Oh, bullshit! You're full of shit.
No.
I mean, they did. I mean, sir, they all quit on the bowl game.
That was a meaningless game. Why take a chance to get?
Well, I mean, they certainly played like it was.
Get out of here with that bullshit.
Yeah, okay.
Under
Both
that
of your
logic, the
teams
damn
suck.
conference title's not worth a shit.
You know,
Come
South
on, man.
Carolina will never be anything, and you know that, Jackpot. They never will.
Based
Luke
on
Holtz
what?
and
I mean,
Steve
did you
Spurrier
think
can't
Florida
win,
State
they'll never
was
win.
going to be? Do you think Florida State was going to be something back in 2018 when your players were fucking lining up facing the wrong way on the damn field?
That's when you hire.
When they were laughing at
That's
Willie
what happens.
Taggart when they made him do the damn school fucking fight song after the thing, and he was getting laughed at. How close did you think y'all were to national championship?
Well, I tell you what, Jackpot.
Well, so
I'll give
far,
you
you
5
couldn't see
years.
it in a telescope.
In 5 years, you still won't. You still will not win 10 games 5 years.
Well, there's a difference between can't and haven't yet.
When have they? Steve Spurrier. That's the last time they had anything. Steve
They
hadn't
Spurrier.
been
How
that
long
long
ago
ago.
was that?
What was it? 3
All right.
seasons in a row where you had double-digit wins.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Steve Spurrier did a great job.
So, but
But
hold
Shane
on.
Beamer ain't
But
gonna
wait
do
a
it.
minute. Hold on. Let me ask you this. You said they've never done anything. That was a hell of a fucking set of games there.
Yeah.
Hell of a set of
Three
games.
years in a row they won 10. Do you know for
Right.
14
11.
straight years Florida State didn't finish out of the top fucking 4?
Oh,
14
awesome.
straight years, dude.
Well, I
Right.
mean,
Well,
look at the competition.
That's dead. So
It's all competition, is this? Terrible. You didn't play anybody. We were beating Steve Spurrier's ass on the regular.
cool. Was he?
Now
But he
say we
wasn't.
Well,
weren't.
no, he wasn't
Tell me
mine
we were
then.
not beating Steve Spurrier on the regular during that time.
Sir, why can't you just own up to the fact that your team spread their asshole opened up wide with no lube and let the Georgia train run through them, and they look like bitches in the Orange Bowl? Why
I
can't
tell
you
you
just go
what,
with that?
and we can settle this right now.
Sure.
Do you want to bet on the game in Tallahassee with Clemson? Put your money where your mouth is.
What do you want to bet, sir? I don't know if I want to bet on a losing culture program at Florida State.
We'll
But,
go
I mean,
100. We'll go $100.
What?
I mean,
100?
Rob, I wouldn't be akin to not taking that.
not-
I mean, you know who their quarterback is.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to make a bet that far out of the season because there could be injuries involved. But
Well, that's absolutely true. And anything's possible.
You
Anything's
talk to me
possible.
game week. I'm just saying, we're not going to at Clemson. We're not going to just sit here and let a prison rape happen to us because we're upset because our quarterback got his leg turned into a question mark, and a committee said that we don't belong. And then to make it even worse, then you're filing lawsuits and everything else.
Brother,
Come
do
on,
you
man.
not think Clemson's trying
Ray,
to get out of the
they should have
conference
they
too?
should have beat you people last year. I mean, it was their own fault that they lost that game. What do you
So
think they did?
Clemson's not trying to get out of the conference at all.
Clemson's trying to get the TV rights money because they don't think that it's fair that in 2 seasons Vanderbilt will get $35 million.
Why do you
and they're
think
gonna
Florida
get
State's
$17
trying to
million.
get out of the conference, Rob?
Florida
It's money.
State, the big thing with them was the whole selection and the way that things went there. That was the huge thing with them. Go and look at it.
Dude, the
Go
bottom
look at it.
line is
Go
money.
ahead.
You can't compete without money, and if you don't make the money, you
I
can't
absolutely
compete.
agree with you on that. But you guys should have plenty of money because you hoard that ass out in the Orange Bowl. You should have gotten something for it. You lose by 6 to Georgia. Those
I
guys
can tell you
look
who we did
less
get. We
than
got
money.
Malik Clark. I can tell you that. We did get him.
Hey, you know what? He wasn't even offered by Clemson. You enjoy that cancer, sir.
Hey, he's terrible.
Enjoy
He
that
must
guy.
be no good because Clemson didn't offer him.
You're exactly right. He was
He's
not
terrible.
offered by Clemson. There has to
So
be
he's
something.
only on
wrong.
South Carolina's level. That's what you're trying to say.
Look, South Carolina's at a different level than Clemson is.
Oh,
All I know is
okay,
that if you
Jackpot. So
throw-
he's talking shit to you, and you're sitting there taking
Yeah,
it.
Jackpot knows how I feel about his team. Him and I, we don't fucking lie to each other. I think his team's a fucking shithole. And he tells me my team's a shithole. That doesn't
No,
mean
they are.
What's with all that? You sitting here trying to make us compete against each other? Are you out of your fucking mind? Look, go down there with your guy that runs out on the field. What is it that Uncle Luke calls him? The whole white Tonto guy. Go out there with him and win your 9 or 10 games this year. But understand, no one thinks that you're relevant after what you did in the fucking Orange Bowl, where Georgia beat the shit out of you and made you their bitch, because that's
So
what you were.
basically, when Clemson lost to, who did they lose to? Was it West Virginia?
Clemson lost to Tennessee, man.
Or
big-
no,
yeah,
I'm talking
they
about
lost.
back in the bowl game years ago. They
I
got like
told you
60
the-
or 70 hung on them.
The Clemson
Ray,
lost.
that game wasn't even in
35.
color television. Come on.
Clemson
Well,
scored
I don't know if
30
that was
times,
before
12
television.
times the points that you scored. Yeah, West Virginia won one big time. They won on turnovers and everything else. But you know what? Clemson didn't fucking quit though. Dabo Swinney didn't go
So
out there.
they
and say,
got beat. They got beat that bad at
damn
full
tunnel.
strength. Is that what you're telling me? At full strength,
Yes,
got
they
beat
lost
that
the
bad.
game full strength. Yes, they did. You
Okay.
decided to take your
I think
players.
that was Dabo's wake up call, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That changed the program when they lost like that, right?
You're damn right. They got rid of Kevin Steele. It changed the whole program. We went and got Brent Venables. Changed the whole damn
that's
defense. Yeah.
And here's
it
the
did
thing:
change
they
it.
don't have either one of those now, do they?
They don't. No. They had a top 10 defense last year, though.
Oh boy!
By the numbers, had a top 10 defense. They could not play offense last year.
And they lost
Did you
4
watch any
games,
Clemson
right?
games? Or are you going to come at me with some nonsense here, man?
What are you talking about? Nonsense.
I'm saying you're talking about, oh, they didn't have this guy or that guy last year. They had a top 10 defense. One of the best in the fucking country. And you're talking
But-
shit about
so you're
guys that are
saying-
gone?
So you're
Venables
saying
can go out there
that
to his
the
damn
4
up there
losses
to
was
CT
whose
in
fault?
Oklahoma. Have at it. Congratulations, sir. Do your thing. And I don't know what the fuck Kevin Steele's doing. What's he?
I
I mean,
don't
he's a
even know if
junior at
he still
Walmart.
got
I
a
don't know.
job, to be honest with you.
Look, I don't know what he's
still
doing.
coaching.
He was at Auburn with Harsin. I think he lost his job.
Was he not at Alabama last year, or was that a couple?
No, yeah, he was. He was.
I
Was it
thought he was
Alabama
at Bama.
Walmart? What was he doing? Because he shouldn't
He
be coaching.
He might be.
football player.
I think he was at Alabama last year.
He just bounces around, and these
Right.
coaches just
He's a
bring him
journeyman
in there.
coach.
I don't know.
The biggest
Well,
thing with the
He's like
Venables
King
is the
Kong
biggest
Bundy,
reason
and
for
what was
the
his name?
turnaround.
The guy telling him he's stealing money. You're just showing up and stealing money all the time. That's what he's doing. He's terrible.
I
All right,
wouldn't
Ray, you got
disagree
anything
with
else?
that. That's
He's
all I
terrible.
got, guys. That's it.
Get
Okay.
back to game week. I'm not scared to take your money, sir. Get back to me.
If you're put your money where your mouth is. I ain't scared to bet you.
Get back to me on game week.
What the
And let's
fuck
make
does
sure
it matter now or then? It's
It
the same
matters
difference.
if Clemson goes out and I'm trying to give you a little
Dude,
leeway.
a bomb could blow the university up. We
Yeah,
not even have a
they
team,
go
and
out
I'll
there
still bet
and-
your ass.
come out as a transgender quarterback, and he's going to throw
It
to.
might be, but
who the
I'll
hell
still take your money.
Well, that's fine. Get back to me game week, sir.
Oh, you're so full of shit, man. You have got no guts
I
at all.
just told you.
Hey,
No guts.
I did a bet on the Uncle Lou channel. I bet that Georgia Tech would cover the spread against Florida State. I bet
Hey.
that back in April.
And that anything's possible. Anything's possible. It can happen.
Yeah, I think Georgia Tech.
But now I'm not doing any points. I'm just talking straight up.
Of course.
Well, yeah, that game's
No
gonna be
points,
close.
just
It should
straight
be.
up win. Of course, you don't even know what the point spread is going to be until the game gets here. So it's just a straight up win or loss.
Early
We may not
projection.
even have a quarterback by then, and then you get $100.
That gets on my nerves when people talk about games like in week 10 and they're like, well, so and so will be favored in that one. Well, you know, so and so will be favored. Well, you don't know.
You
You don't know what the
absolutely
point
don't
spread's
know.
going to be in week 10.
You don't have a clue. I'm just saying, if our culture is that bad and we're such a terrible program, it should be $100 easy in your pocket.
I told you, get back to me on game week, and we'll go from
All
there.
right. By then, I might want to bet more than 100. You have a great day.
You have a great day, sir.
All right.
Great joining the program. Will says anything is possible except winning a natty at South Carolina.
You should have talked to him about getting the contest. Contest. We need to talk about.
Yeah, we need to talk about the contest. The contest is up. If you want to join the Rob and Kale Show contest,
Yep. Daniel Gregory has already joined it. He is the first participant in the 2024 version.
yeah, if you want to get involved, have at it. We're trying to have a nice big contest this year like we normally do. For those who haven't done it, Jackpot and I talked about doing possible game totals in the mix.
Totals. Yeah. So in effect, instead of that 1 point you're going to get for a correct response, If you got the spread right and you got the over-under right, you get 2 points instead of 1. It would give people chance like, this season, you might not do that great on the over-unders, but you might do pretty well on the point totals. And it really, really, really helps streamline things and alleviates like somebody just kind of lucking into a win. And if we're betting on all that, if we're doing all that, you got to really know your shit. So I don't know. I think we could get more participation with that.
Well, we can.
Giving more people.
Want to do that, if you want to do that, great. We can think about it. But I'm going to put the poll up on the Facebook page here.
Yeah, and we're probably going to be going to a format of the winner of the contest getting the bulk of the payout, but we're also with the second and third place, we're also going to give a small payout to the second and third place winners.
70, 20, 10, I think is where we're going to go. 70 for first place, 20 for second, 10% for third. So I think that's where we're going to go. So I'm going to post the link here so you can see it. Let's see here. The Pick'em challenge is right here.
Jack Dugan's over in the comment section beating the East Carolina Pirate drum. Normally he's been beating the Florida Gator drum. Apparently he's moved off of them now.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm going to
Jack, weren't you a Florida man?
Florida man, no.
He was a Florida man.
So I'm going to add a poll to the Rob and Kale Show Facebook page. Would you like to add conference totals to the Pick'em challenge?
Jay says he's officially a college football YouTuber. No, we're not doing that this year. That was just last year. So that coupon's expired. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Jack's a Gator fan as well. You remember when Florida played East Carolina in the bowl game? I believe it was the year that Muschamp got fired. So I believe they had an interim coach. Do you remember that Florida player scored a touchdown and he shit his pants? Does anybody remember that? When I played East Carolina, he shit his pants when he scored a touchdown. I don't know if anybody remembers that or not. I'm sure some of the Georgia fans remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
He shit himself, and they were wearing orange breeches too. Brock Lee remembers saying he shit his pants. Touchdowns were hard to come by that year. It brought a little bit of excitement.
The question up over there on the page, if you would like to do that, we'll make a decision on that by next Sunday. And if you want to do that, see, the thing is that with 11 games, that gives you 22 options for points. So there'll be 22 questions then. And it's like, I worry that the average person is going to be like, eh. So we'll see. We'll see. What color does that make? Orange on brown? I don't know. That's a good question. Todd says,
is that like a sequoia color? No.
Sequoia? Jackpot with the sequoia, right? All right. Well, there's that. Someone says ECU will join the conference when the conference expands. Okay, terrific.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I think you got to be competitive in like basketball and stuff. To do that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They damn sure be competitive in baseball. You got a fucking coach who won't go anywhere.
Right. Ethan says he watched your Kentucky prediction video. Best breakdowns on CFP predictions. Very good, sir. Yeah, Jackpot's Kentucky video. Pretty good. Got the Wildcats going 8-4. The one that got me, though, was that they're beating Tennessee. That one's like, them beating Tennessee is like me. For me to swallow that, I have to think Tennessee can win at Florida. Until they do it, it's kind of hard for me to be like, oh, that's going to happen. I just don't. I don't see it. I don't know. I could be wrong, but who knows? All right, if you want to join the program, I'm going to put the link over here. Christopher has Kentucky at 6-6. Man, that Kentucky game, their hinge game on the season is South Carolina. They lose that game, they may go to shit completely. We shall see. Again, Vandergrift could come in and be throwing the ball all over the damn place, and they could look like, they could look like they're the best thing ever. Who knows at this juncture, man? It's too early in the season. Ethan says, I don't believe that Kentucky beats Tennessee either, but still a good video. Yeah? Let's welcome in Big Barney Ross first. Big Barney Ross, what you got?
Hey, I got something for Jackpot to mull over. Phil Steele has you with 9 wins. All right. That's beating Old Dominion, obviously. Say your quarterback, the young guy goes into Kentucky, absolutely loves AstroTurf. He's going from grass to AstroTurf. Shines. Game's a little faster on AstroTurf. Does good. Beats Kentucky. I don't know if you could beat LSU because they ain't playing nobody the week before y'all. So that's a loss. You beat Akron, where Ole Miss falls on the schedule. I went over that with you last call-in show. I think you beat them. Lose to Alabama. Oklahoma plays Texas a week before y'all, and I think they're going to be used up. So you beat Oklahoma. Same thing with Texas A&M. They've got a pretty rough, they got LSU.
Yeah.
And a couple of rough games in front of that. So you beat them. You beat Vandy, you beat Wofford, and you lose to Clemson. 9 wins. What part of that do you think is just absolutely no way that happens? I'll get off here and listen to what you think about Phil Steele and Big Barney Ross's prediction. You think about it. I'm out of here.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, he didn't mention Missouri in there either. That was, but okay.
Well, you got Mizzou at home.
Of all that, yeah, I don't see anyway South Carolina goes to Oklahoma and wins that game, especially after playing at Bama. I don't see it happening. I think that's 2 road losses in a row. I just don't see any way around it.
Rob, as an SEC bias, joins the program. What you got, man?
Hey, good evening, gentlemen. How are y'all doing?
Better not deserve.
Yeah, how was that trip to Pennsylvania, man? I saw that. I knew you were going to that.
It was good. It was a little bit boring, I guess. It rained a couple of days while we were up there, so I had plans on going to the lake and spending the day. We didn't do that.
You brought Jackpot Jr.?
No, he stayed. He didn't go. He had work. But still, other than that, it was still relaxing. Embarrassingly, I put on some pounds while I was up there. I had lost about 20 pounds, a little over 20 pounds since like the middle of June. And I probably put 10 pounds of shit on while I was up there eating fucking pizza and chopped cheeses and damn buffet. So I'm going to have to get that off in the next week or 2.
Well, first off, let me just start by saying this. A program's in the dumps when they have to take shots at the South Carolina man to make them feel better. All right? Florida State isn't doing shit this year. You got the fucking Uke at quarterback. I never thought I'd say that dude's name again. That motherfucker got ran out of Clemson. I was there for it. He was getting booed, man. He's terrible. And you're over here confident? You think you're going to do something this year? Like,
Clemson has to pay PTSD fees to about 3 different cheerleaders for getting hit in the head with a ball for him.
Yeah,
they're still paying for that. So
no kidding. But another thing
I can't believe they picked him up. I mean, I would have thought. I mean,
he was average at Oregon State too.
The Vandergrift dude that went to Kentucky. That's who they should have gotten.
Yeah,
that would have been the number one, probably one of your number one transfer quarterbacks in the cycle. That's who they should have gotten if that's what the route they were wanting to go. I mean,
Louis Ungolay was not good last year.
No.
I mean,
or Riley Leonard. They could have probably gotten Riley Leonard from Duke, maybe.
Literally, he had the same season last year that Clemson fans ran him out of town for. If you look at the stats, it's almost identical. Same only 100 yards more, 1 touchdown less, same amount of interceptions. I mean, the dude was absolutely pedestrian, man, and they're excited about this guy. And not to mention, they lost arguably their best skill weapon in Vandravius Jacobs. I don't know how they're going to survive without him.
I don't know. I mean, surely they can pick up the pieces and continue on with their program, but it's going to be a blow.
But did y'all see that?
Lost Gilbert Edmond, too, coming off the edge on defense. So they're basically a feeder program for South Carolina anymore.
Yeah. Well,
all I got was, well, they were getting passed into too deep. Okay. But Jacobs was a freshman last year. Jacobs didn't play behind Johnny Wilson and them Keon Coleman. This was his year where he could try to do something. And he was getting passed into too deep. Bullshit.
Hell no. He was I think he saw the who his fucking quarterback was going to be and hit.
Yeah, he probably did. Jetted the fuck up out of there. He came in spring, so that could definitely happen.
I think that's what it was. But did y'all see that picture, by the way, of Dylan Stewart's transformation this summer? Holy
yeah, I saw that. Is he on the gas or what?
If you got that, Rob, put that up for the show, man. I don't think I've seen a bigger transformation from freshman, just that freshman summer than Dylan Stewart.
He might be on the gas. Yeah,
he might be on that old Dabo Austrian program. You know what I'm saying? But dude, I've never seen a transformation like it was crazy. I mean, who's gonna block that fucking guy? We basically got the Incredible Hulk at DN. The dude's just an absolute fucking unit, man. I think he's gonna be real similar to Clowney. To be quite honest with you, I think he's gonna play very similar to Clowney.
Hold on, Clowney's like, come on now.
No, well, I'm not saying he's going to be as good. I think they're going to have similar play styles, though. I think he's going to be screaming off the edge once he finally gets a couple reps under his belt. But I think that man's going to be special, man. He'll definitely be better than Harbor.
Mike Burns says, Jackpot epic rant before. If you look at the play against UT when Marcus was injured, that guy who hit was late as fuck and put his helmet on Lattimore's knees. Definitely, yeah. I mean, I've said that
I was at that game. Yeah, I was at that game. And he was tearing their ass up in the first half. Fucking Tennessee had to go dirty.
I mean, he should have been. They were a shit show. Coached by Derek fucking Dooley.
Yeah. Well, those fucks injured him twice and then bragged about it. Have you ever heard something as shitty as that? Especially with Marcus Lattimore. I mean, has there been a football player that was a better dude than Marcus Lattimore? I mean, he was just a good guy. Yeah. But
hell, they laughed when they fucked up Nick Chubb years ago. They had a banner on the frat house that said something about the only thing weaker than Bama's secondary is Chubb's knee or something like that. I'm like, hey, get the fuck out of here!
Wow,
what's wrong with y'all?
It's just, I mean, I hate to. I don't want to keep bagging on the Tennessee man. I feel like I do it a lot. But, man, there's so much subject matter there. You know what I'm saying?
You can continue.
But, as we get closer, man, I'm getting more and more excited. 9 wins, I think, is a bit optimistic, to be honest.
I don't.
I think that's a bit optimistic. Which, have you gotten the Phil Steele mag yet? Is it out?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I actually got it. I got it in the mail, and I thought I'd be getting like a discount if I got it in the mail or something. It was actually more expensive getting it through the mail, but I also got his digital magazine.
Okay.
Which I don't know.
What was the rationale he gave for that 9-win prediction? I don't see where he's seeing that. What was the explanation he gave for that 9-win prediction? Because
he didn't. He just said he has South Carolina on his most improved list. He said that 3 out of my 12 sets of power rankings have them going 9-3. I just don't. I don't see that.
I don't see it. Unless, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he knows something we don't. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't see it. But what do you have Clemson going? Did y'all see that?
He's got them second in the ACC.
Okay, I'm guessing they got what? Florida State first.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, based off of what?
I don't know. They do. They had some. They've got a decent amount of talent coming back defensively, and they've added some nice transfers. But
They lost their whole fucking offense.
You saw what
Every
happened.
big
That was a very quarterback-driven offense. When Jordan Travis was in there, everything was humming. Things were just fine. As soon as he was gone, it became a total shithole. And DJ Ukulele, I'm sorry. I mean, putting him next to Jordan Travis, that's like oil and water. The guy was way better.
I think there's a strong argument. I mean, let me think of the ACC quarterbacks. I think there's a strong argument Ukulele isn't even top 5.
Top 5 what in the ACC?
In the conference?
Yeah, in the
I
conference.
think that's fair.
I mean, I think Miami, they got who? Cam Ward?
Yeah.
Miami, easily.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
NC State with Grayson McCall, easily. I would maybe give
the quarterback at Virginia Tech is really good too.
Yeah, what's his name? Oh God,
Drones.
Kyron Drones. Yeah, and then who's that guy at doesn't Duke have a good quarterback?
Well, no, Riley Leonard
transfer from Texas. I don't know. I don't know how he's going to pan out. I think Haynes King at Georgia Tech is better than Ukulele. I think Klubnik's probably better than the Ukulele now if he's learned anything in the offseason.
If he's calling his fucking number.
I think Kyle McCord at Syracuse is better than Ukulele.
I mean, it's just I don't understand where their confidence comes from. They lost arguably their best player. Well, not arguably. They lost their best players on both sides of the ball.
I don't know who's going to be UNC's quarterback, but they usually step up.
SMU has a good quarterback. Who's SMU's quarterback?
His name is
it's Preston Stone.
That's good, man. That cat is real good.
He threw for
Preston Stone. Well, that's it.
I don't know if anybody's hearing me over there talking, but yeah, Preston Stone is the quarterback.
I don't understand where they. I mean, maybe I haven't looked at their schedule. Maybe it's just an absolute fucking cakewalk. But I don't see. They might not even win 10 games this year. They might go at like 8 wins. That's the Uke is going to cost them at least 3 games this year. The Uke himself will cost them 3 games. And then outside of that, who knows what happens? But they're not beating Clemson.
Al's got a pretty solid quarterback.
I would have taken that bet right there, Rob. They're not beating fucking Clemson, man.
I'm not doing a bunch of bets before the season starts. I just don't do that. It's not.
Well, the only reason they fucking lost last year was because you had that schmuck who was in a fucking cubicle the week before kicking.
Yeah, but somehow amazingly he learned how to kick before the fucking South Carolina game.
Yeah, had a fucking career day versus South Carolina. Isn't that just our luck? They get some bum who's terrible all year, and then he single-handedly – didn't he score all the fucking points pretty much? Like, what the fuck, man? It's just classic South Carolina. We can't catch a break, man, it feels like sometimes. It's brutal out here.
I'm looking at the schedule here for them. Let's see here. They open up the season with Georgia Tech in Ireland. Then they play Boston College and Memphis. Memphis will give them a tough out.
Yeah.
Then they go on the road to SMU. SMU's no joke.
They're sneaky, and they are sneaky.
Yeah, that's not.
I think SMU by far is going to be the best addition of the 3 that are coming.
Oh, and I put SMU in my championship game for my ACC.
Didn't like in the 2000s they essentially get the death penalty from the NCAA?
No, it was in the 90s.
90s.
No, it was in the 80s. Sorry, in 80. They didn't play in 87 or 88.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can.
Then they've got Clemson after that at home, followed by Duke, and then they go to Miami, North Carolina's at home. They go to Notre Dame the first Saturday in November. Charleston Southern, they get 2 weeks to prepare for the Buccaneers, by God, and then they play Florida after that. So,
well, they got kind of lucky not to get Georgia again, or who was it? LSU. They were playing. They had that back-to-back versus LSU, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Now that you say the schedule, it's not as tough as I thought. I mean, they might be able to sneak in 10 wins there, but I mean, are they? Do they even have anybody that they're playing ranked in the top 25 preseason?
Clemson will be ranked, I think. Miami
Who's
might
that?
be ranked too.
Oh yeah, Miami. Well, yeah, obviously Clemson, but I meant like outside.
SMU might be a top 25 team.
SMU is gonna be surprising, man. They might
might
sneak
be
up
top
and bite y'all in the
25.
ass in the ACC, man.
Clemson doesn't play them this year.
Really?
I don't think so. But
Who?
That's a good draw. Then did y'all just
SMU
got
on the Clemson schedule. They've got
Cal
they
or
got
Stanford?
Play the
Yep.
tree.
yeah, we got the tree. That was the team that we drew, was the tree.
I'll tell you. I'll still. Go
I
ahead.
got to move on because I got Dylan and Billy
Yep.
lined up.
Let me
man.
leave y'all with this. Horns down. Fuck Florida State. Don't you ever come at my man Kale like that again, man. This dude works his ass off, and you're gonna come over here and talk shit about a Gamecock fan? Who are you, bro? You're supposed to be a blue blood, and you're over here talking shit about a Gamecock fan. And I'll just leave it at that. Okay, go Cox. Fucking quarters it, baby. Beamer ball. Let's go.
There you go. Let's welcome in Dylan. He's been waiting. Dylan, thanks for waiting, buddy. What you got?
How many games do you think Kentucky will win this year?
Well,
Eight.
Jackpot picked him to win 8. I got him at 7.
Is there any way possible they could go 9-3?
I mean, they could.
If they win one of those games they're not supposed to, yeah.
There's a path to that. Yeah, I mean, with the prediction I made, I mean, if they could knock off Florida on the road, sure. But, I mean, I don't think they're beating Georgia. They're probably not beating Ole Miss, and they're not beating Texas. So I think 9 wins would definitely be the ceiling, and that would be with a great year. And it probably, to be honest with you, probably not beating Tennessee. But I did pick that because I just felt like, it's time. I think Mark Stoops finally does something big. But
Yeah.
All right, Dylan. Appreciate you waiting, buddy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, there you go. Dylan joined the program. Let's make way for Billy. Billy, what's up?
Hey, I just want to ask Rob, SEC bias, has he figured out who South Carolina's recruiting coordinator is and what that person does?
that would be Brian Usher.
Are you don't let anything go, do you?
We just relived 15 years ago of a Tennessee player taking a cheap shot. Let it go. Talk about letting it go. Let it go. It's okay. Now, I never come over here and run to Clemson down or South Carolina, but that's okay. Just like Tennessee couldn't have hired Beamer as their coach, not after Pruitt got caught cheating. Beamer has a record of it. They couldn't have hired him. They wouldn't have hired him. So,
Hey Billy,
what goes around comes around.
Billy,
I mean, if you can't
Billy,
pass
do
it
you know
out,
what a
you got to be
5-star
able to
bust
take.
is? Do you know what a 5-star bust is, Billy? You remember that next day when you came on and said, "I can't think of a 5-star bust." Can you think of one now?
Oh, you thought of one. You're typical South Carolina fan because
Can
you
you?
come up with all these exceptions. I bet you
Okay.
don't even know where
I don't know
Tennessee's ranked.
exactly what a recruiting coordinator does.
you don't.
But Billy
You-
thinks
you
every
don't.
5-star is a guaranteed fucking stud, and there's no bust. You remember,
And
Rob?
that's
This
all
man-
you
This
got.
man asked you to name a bust.
Hey, let me
He
tell you
asked you to
something.
name a 5-star
You
bust.
talk about
I can
Tennessee cheating
see that,
stuff.
by the
South
way.
Carolina better start getting rid of the money. They need to
down
find
that
some
road.
There's
money.
at least 15 5-star busts every year, Billy.
Okay.
And you're
What's
over
your
here talking
point?
about recruiting coordinators.
Why-
You think
why
a,
do you
a
run down
star
other
next to a
teams?
name leads
Hey,
to
when you
elite
get in the
talent?
top 10 recruiting and stuff and start winning some games and being relevant, then you can run your mouth. But until then, you can't run your
Is that
mouth.
the case?
Come
Hey,
on,
can you name a 5-star bust?
Sure you can.
picking on. Okay, well, if
I'll
you can
still
pass it
cross it
out,
with a
you
5-star
better
bust.
be able to take it. You better be able to take it.
How
Who's
far do you
29
go?
out of 11 against? Who's got
Hey,
29
Billy.
wins against South Carolina in the SEC?
That's a whole lot of yapping and not a lot of
That's-
5-star
see, here we
busts
go.
out here being
Here we
named.
go. Tell me the
Go ahead. Name me
winningest-
one 5-star bust, Billy.
You
Go
see,
ahead.
you won't shut up. Tell me who South Carolina has a winning record against in the SEC.
Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt.
Oh,
Kentucky,
that's tough.
Mississippi State,
that's good.
Vanderbilt.
That's 2.
That's 3, actually.
Kentucky,
Who?
Mississippi State. I think aren't
Vanderbilt.
you better than Arkansas?
All I'm saying is you guys run your
Yeah,
mouth
for sure.
about
Ole
Tennessee
Miss.
and everything. You better be able to take it because it's going to come back.
Oh, I'm
It's gonna
taking it.
come
That's why I
back.
called in and asked you if you can name a 5-star bust.
We've been taking it for 100 years. So.
Exactly.
Well-
You think you can get under a South Carolina Gamecocks fan's
No.
skin, Billy?
They they're not going to fire Beamer because he puts ass in seat. That's a priority.
Well, Will Muschamp
that's a
put
priority.
asses in seats. That's fake news.
Billy, you're getting that from a YouTube comment.
Billy, they show up regardless, man.
It has nothing to do with Beamer.
What else is there to do
We
on
tore the
Columbia on a
fucking
Saturday?
goalpost down when we went 1-11.
What else is there to do on Columbia on a Saturday? I've lived there. You ain't telling me nothing.
Probably
I've
the
lived in
same shit
South
there is to
Carolina.
do in Knoxville, just with a lot less loose women.
Tell me when.
You are the loose woman capital of the United States, Billy. Don't talk about Columbia.
Wait.
Nothing but
Hold
fucking
on. Let
harlots
the
come
record
through.
show that
When that smell hits you when you're headed up I-40 from Asheville to Knoxville, as soon as you cross into Knox County, that smell hits you. Don't
What
know
are
if
we
it's
talking?
rotten cooter or the
It is
paper
the
mill.
harlot capital of the
That's coming
United
from
States,
South
and he wants to
Carolina.
talk about
Oh
South
my
Carolina.
God, South Carolina.
Like what?
Caused my dad
Literally,
to retire
women
from
go
the
to
Air Force.
Nashville just to cheat on their husbands in their bachelorette party.
we
It's
got,
just a
we
it's
got-
a town
we got
of
done-
degeneracy, and you want to talk
Don't
about
you shut up
Columbia?
and let people talk. We got back come back from Germany in '74 and caused my dad retire, get my brother and sister out of a defunct school system. Walked into this high school and there was a nursery. They thought it was for the teachers and it was for the students.
Now we're going back to 1974. I wasn't even
Well, you're
alive.
going to go back and pick on Chubb and all these people. Lattimore, he got hit.
I have not picked on Chubb, sir.
You know,
When did
that's
I
weak,
pick on Chubb?
but it's typical because that's all you got. That's all you got.
No,
Pick on other
That's all we
teams.
got, Billy.
There are plenty
It's
things
called
that-
Hey, when was
Tennessee
the last SEC championship you went to?
How many have you got?
When was the last SEC?
When was it?
When was the last SEC
Probably
championship?
'98 or 2004 or something.
Okay, well, we went in 2010.
What does that got to do with
We went in
You ain't got
2010.
any.
We
You
went in
ain't got
2010.
any.
We
You
went in
ain't got
2010.
any. I'm 69 and I'll die. Hey, I'm
Missouri.
69. Listen, I'm 69 and I'll die, and y'all will never win an SEC championship. Never.
Maybe.
There's a lot of difference
Billy,
between having
Billy,
and can't.
you're also 69, and you lived 20 years of football where South Carolina and Missouri both went to more SEC championships than your
Yeah,
team.
and we're 29 against 11 during that time when we started, and y'all couldn't catch up. You couldn't catch up. 29 and 11.
Hey, can you name a 5-star bust?
Is that all you got?
I don't know. Is recruiting coordinator all you got?
I bet you think stars don't matter because
I bet you think I bet you think when they were wearing leather helmets that record actually applies to your team today.
Hey,
'cause you
moron,
made
I
that
understand
argument
why
too.
you people in South Carolina figure that stars don't matter and rankings don't matter. I get it.
Billy's the same guy who said, well, why don't we look at a whole program's record
Hey.
instead of the last 10 years?
Why don't we
Billy
look
is
at
on record saying that.
That's right. If you want to talk about programs, look at the top winningest
Right, then
programs.
Sawney is
I
one of
mean,
the
in
best
that,
teams
in that
Hey,
case,
moron.
I can flash that winning record that Vanderbilt has against Clemson up to Rob, and
Hey, Rob, SEC bias. You
means
don't even
they're
know
better
where
than
South
them
Carolina's
today.
program's at. Where is it at, Rob? SEC
Where's
bias.
what?
Where's South Carolina's all-time winning program? Where are they ranked?
Shit, I don't know.
You don't know. You don't want to know either.
You want to know why?
99th. They're 99th.
Hey, Billy, you want to
They're
know why I
99th.
don't know though?
You're 99th.
cool. We're out of the top 100 at least.
Yeah, you're in the top.
Hey, Billy,
100.
Billy,
Hey,
Billy,
where's
but hold
Tennessee's
up. Do you
program?
want to know why I don't
Where's
want? I don't
Tennessee's
know.
program?
Do you
Where's
want to know
Tennessee's
why I don't
program?
know? Because I don't give a shit about when we were wearing
That's
fucking
what
leather
I wouldn't
helmets
either.
if we
I
won
wouldn't
games.
either. I wouldn't either if I was
Dude,
99.
Billy, all your wins came against fucking plumbers and electricians. What are you talking about?
Right in the SEC. How long have you
Yes,
been
in
in
the
the
SEC.
SEC?
Oakland. Do you
Have
know
you got an SEC conference?
You had
They were
Peyton
dominant.
Manning,
They
one
were
of the best
dominant against
quarterbacks.
Sewanee and Tulane back in
You
the
had one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
This is
One of the best
hilarious
quarterbacks
coming
of
from
all
South
time,
Carolina fans.
and you couldn't
It
do
is
anything except let him
absolutely hilarious.
teabag his own fucking
Why
trainer.
don't you start talking about cheap shots again and everything 20 years ago? Make you feel better.
What
Make
are you
you
talking
feel
about cheap
better.
shots 20 years ago?
Oh, talk about it.
What are you talking about cheap shots 20 years ago? That was
99th
10 years ago.
program in the nation. 99th.
It was 10 years ago.
99th. All time. You're 99th.
Hey, did
Don't
you
come
get your
on here and
wins
start
versus
talking about
Clemson
other
electricians?
programs. You ain't got no
All right.
room to talk when you're 99th.
Billy, if you're
99th.
South Carolina's 99th, we agree on that, right?
Right.
Why did y'all have to go into dork mode and fucking have your Super Bowl to beat the 99th ranked team in the country?
Well, see,
Why
there
did
we
that
go.
happen?
We're picking out individual things.
Oh,
And then more on after the game had to come up with.
this past season was absolutely the end of time, and oh my God, we have to beat South Carolina because You had to go into special
Oh
mode.
my goodness! Bless your heart.
That was an event.
Ranked team in the country.
Hey.
Same reason we had to beat Clemson in a bowl game
Rob.
with the second string offense.
Rob, would you call dark mode a gimmick?
Yeah,
Because I think that's very
anything's a
gimmicky.
You know what? I got to take a minute to say fuck you, Jackpot, because Jackpot called it dork mode, and now I have to call it dork mode because every time I see them come out,
I'm going to get off here. I'm going to leave you with one thing. Because I watch a lot of South Carolina YouTubers. I watch a lot of them, and I just want to go on record for Nico Lamaleva. We probably won't do very good this year because he's a freshman. We probably won't do very good this year because he's a freshman. He's a freshman. He's a freshman. We're already setting up the excuses for Lenore Settle. He's a freshman. We won't do any good either because
why are you besmirching your own team?
Because that's what y'all are doing with Stellars.
No, we're not
making up excuses.
No, we're not.
Oh,
what
he's
are
a
you talking
freshman.
about? We're excited about Sellers.
He's going to stomp a hole. What are you talking about?
He's a freshman.
There isn't a single South Carolina fan that is not excited about Lenora Sellers, Billy. That's just an uninformed.
Good for you. Good for you.
Really, hold on, sir. I want to help you with something.
And he's not even a freshman. Lenore Sellers is a fucking sophomore.
Oh,
he was there last year.
I'm looking forward to him having that Independence Bowl championship belt straight against his shoulder. And take
hey, I'm ready for Birmingham, Kale. I don't know about you, buddy. I'm ready for fucking Birmingham.
I just wonder why you watch so many South Carolina YouTubers when you guys don't even play them anymore. You know what I'm saying?
It's just interesting to hear the rhetoric. I listen to everybody. I listen to Kentucky. I listen to a lot of SEC stuff. It's interesting. It's interesting. But,
hey, I will leave you. I know you're about to leave, Billy. I will say.
Hey, don't drink the water there in Columbia.
I got much love for you, though. But here's the difference, all right, Billy? Here's the main difference between our programs.
99th in the nation.
Okay, here's the main difference in our programs. When we shit on you and we fucking ruined Hendon Hooker's career, we didn't put up fucking tents about it and brag about it, okay? It was a freak injury. We took it like a freak injury. You guys injure Marcus Lattimore and you brag about it. That's the difference.
Here we go. That's weak.
And you want to know another difference? I don't give a shit about wins when motherfuckers were wearing leather helmets and these guys had day jobs.
You don't. How about now?
Yeah.
How about in the last 20 years?
I'm sure our records in the last 20 years are pretty comparable, Billy.
No, they're not.
I'm sure they are.
You got two winning records. You got 2 winning records against SEC teams. Stop it. Stop it.
Does that have anything to do with what I just said?
Stop it.
True.
It's actually
Vanderbilt and Mississippi State. That's tough.
And Kentucky.
And I wouldn't be surprised. You know, Kentucky, and I'm going to go out here on this. Kentucky's not coming to Neyland and beating Tennessee and Neyland. Because I hear y'all use this excuse.
Based on what? I mean, it's going to happen.
What do you think they're going back? They're 44-11 in Neyland
because they didn't win games 40 years ago, Jackpot.
44-11. Guess who had the longest winning streak against any one team in any given time past 20 years? Tennessee over Kentucky. You need to go learn what a recruiting coordinator is and start spending some money.
I mean, yeah, a lot of them. I mean, yeah. We're bragging about a lot of games that were probably played before black people played.
There we go. You always got a reason.
Hey Billy, Billy, when you get off the stream,
be quiet, let other people talk. When you get off the stream, you need
Billy, you need to quit fucking disrespecting me, or I'm about to go off on your old ass.
I wish you would.
You better pipe the fuck down before I get active. All right, Billy.
Yeah, right.
I've been treating you with fucking kid gloves, but now you're talking like a man, so I'm gonna treat you like a man. You better pipe the fuck down and learn some respect.
There's nothing good about
Billy. Take your old ass and go look up Tate Martell so you can go see a 5-star bust. All right.
Well, I guess you might as well
go look up Tate Martell, buddy. Go look up Tate Martell. Go look up Max Brown. All right.
What do you look?
You don't know what 5-star bust is.
What look are you going for there?
That Speedy Noyle. Go look up Bryson
5-star bust. That's good for you.
There's 4
South
right
Carolina
off the top
gets
of my
a few.
head.
Then you'll know about a bust. They transfer out. They're
terrible. There is no transfer.
I know. They transfer out.
You have the most uninformed take on recruiting I think I've ever heard.
Connor Stallions over in the comment section did actually get both of us in that Tennessee and
Broccoli.
South Carolina both can't beat Sunbelt Billy.
I'll tell you what you need to do, Rob.
What's
Is bias.
What's that?
You you need to go to 24/7
Oh.
and pull up the recruits. And the
Okay.
ones you pull up, go look at who offered them stuff, and then ask yourself, wonder why South Carolina didn't make an offer.
Okay.
And don't give me
So-
this stuff. Well, he probably got a letter or a note or found out.
Okay,
through
I'll
the
do that when
program.
you admit that there are 5-star busts.
There are.
Okay, because
So
you didn't
what?
say that the other day.
I mean, you
So-
can't seriously go after every player. I mean,
No,
hell,
you-
Clemson didn't even offer that wide receiver
That's
at
one.
Rock Hill. It doesn't mean they're
That's
not
one.
serious about bringing in wide receivers.
Beamer
Am I
ain't got no
mistaken, or
excuse
is
not to
there-
going
isn't
after
there-
every player.
Hold on.
He ain't got no excuse. He better start spending some money over here. Y'all better get a collective and start spending some money. This
From what I've been told, we don't have an NIL. That's what a lot of the Tennessee men tell us.
I don't know. I don't
So
know.
we don't
Who's
have
the
NIL.
collective? Who's the collective for South Carolina?
Holy shit. Hold on. I just
The
pulled it.
Garnet Trust. I
Since
told you that last
2000,
time, Billy.
Tennessee has 94 SEC wins. South Carolina has 90. So it's not
Oh,
like
they're
you're
so much better. Oh my gosh.
You
They
feel
got all
better
this
now?
fucking
And
wins
the,
versus
the
Palmer,
majority of
Billy.
that
Cold
came in the
drag.
past 2 years.
This is the reason Billy doesn't want to look at a 20-year window because he's got all his wins in the
I-
fucking
I looked
70s.
at-
and
No.
looked at it
Beamer's
from-
the second winningest coach. Is that true? Is Beamer the second winningest coach at South Carolina? Tell me that ain't true.
No, it's not true. It's not true.
What is he? Third? Second
I
or
don't know
third?
exactly. He's got a. I think he
That's
might. He's the
pitiful.
thing.
That's
No, that's
pitiful.
not true.
That's
He's not
pitiful.
the, well,
That's pitiful.
Hell,
You need to
Brad
figure
Scott
out
won
why
more
players
games
don't want to
than
come
him.
to
Joe
Columbia.
Morrison won more
Billy,
games.
your
than him.
argument
All
ends.
Diesel, Jim Carlin won more games
Billy,
than him.
your whole argument crumbles when you realize you only have 4 more SEC wins in the last 20 years than us. You are literally on our level. You are
29-11.
us. You
Since
are on our
2000
level, Billy.
since
You are South
2000.
Carolina.
2000. But you're
23
99th all
years.
time.
You are South Carolina, Billy.
Hey, I'm getting
you are
off here.
South Carolina.
You
You
need
are
to
on our
figure out-
level.
Y'all need to figure out why people don't want to come to Columbia, South Carolina and play. You need to figure that out.
Billy, you live in a
Should I,
glass
should I
house.
talk to those 5 stars and ask them why they do want to come to play?
How many you got? 2 in 2 years?
You hear this guy?
I mean, that's as many or
Billy.
more than you people have.
You
2?
have
That-
4
that-
more
they
wins
can
in
be
the
rough.
last
5
24
stars on
years
the
than
roster.
South
Who's
Carolina.
5 star on that roster? Ain't
They
there.
could be bus. Where's Tennessee ranked?
Billy, how many more wins in the last 24 years than South Carolina do you have?
4. What does that matter?
Oh,
We're
okay.
29-11 all time.
You
against
are
you.
South Carolina.
No, we're not.
You
We hung
are South
28 points
Carolina,
on you
buddy.
2 years,
You
and
just
now
don't
you're
want
gonna
to.
tell me-
You just don't want to accept it.
I
You
bet
are
you go to
South
bed
Carolina now.
replaying the
Welcome to
22
the
game.
club.
You-
Welcome
you
to the
replay
depths.
the
I
play.
do actually.
I know Kale does, but you do too, Rob. As if you replay
care.
that game every night before you go to bed in your head. Oh,
Oh,
we
yeah,
beat
every
Tennessee.
No,
We
I
beat
don't.
know,
I
I
always
was
play
the
that,
one-
that Clemson
Me
game. It's
personally,
more
Billy,
important.
I was the one who put sand on the field. You can blame me.
Did you
Okay,
hang a
I
banner?
put the sand there.
Did you hang a banner?
Oh,
I bet
You
you
bastard.
got a banner.
oh, slow
But
down.
anyway.
Since 2020, Tennessee is 14-9 against South Carolina. So just throwing that out there too. Those are the facts
2020.
in the conversation here. Yeah, I went
Really?
since 2000, sir. Since 2000.
Billy, you are South Carolina, my friend.
You're
And since
14
20,
and
how
9.
bad have we been?
You're South Carolina.
How? Yeah, sure, right.
That's what you are, Billy.
You better go check
Stats
the
don't
recruiting.
lie. I mean,
You
the
better go
numbers
check-
don't lie, Billy.
Go
The
check the
numbers don't-
recruiting. Go check the recruiting.
Go check the recruiting.
Yeah, for 2025. We're South Carolina.
Nobody's
don't know.
signed yet, Billy.
28.
Huh? Yeah,
Come
there
on,
you go.
Billy,
See, that's
nobody's
another
signed
rationale. They haven't
Listen,
signed
this
yet.
is the same guy
haven't
who thinks
signed yet.
there's no 5-star bust.
They
okay?
haven't signed yet. We don't know if they'll be able to play before thousands of people. And then all your 5 stars, you come out. Well, we can't depend on him. He's a freshman. We don't know if he can play before 50,000 people, or ever how big that stadium you got is. 50,000. Who wants to play before 50,000 people?
Who has 50,000?
Who has a 50,000 seat
What are you
stadium?
talking
I'm
about,
sorry.
Billy?
What's South Carolina up to now? 70, 75?
It's like 86,000, you fucking idiot.
Get a real
What are you
stadium,
talking
buddy.
about?
Get a real
Mizzou-
stadium.
Mizzou had no problem getting up for your fucking orange asses.
Yeah, we didn't have a problem getting up for Clemson either. What's Clemson?
Well, you're better because you got a bunch of cheap nosebleed seats.
Yeah,
Nobody
listen.
can seat you up
There we
front.
go. There we
These
go.
motherfuckers have standing room, and he's talking about stadiums, bro.
Hey, South
Hey, how many
Carolina really
teeth do you have in
really
that stadium?
at-
You got
at the-
more fans than teeth.
at the entrance, they got EBT counters for let people come in at Willie B. EBT counters.
Bro,
We
have you
take
seen?
EBT.
Okay.
We take EBT.
Have you seen Tennessee's acceptance rate? My fucking 9-year-old neighbor could get into Tennessee right now.
Oh my
It is
God!
the
Here we
shittiest
go.
school in the SEC, and you want to
And your
talk about
degrees in what?
median
Where do you work?
income?
Your
You
degrees
want to
in
talk
what?
about
Where do you work?
income, dog?
Your degrees in what? And where do you work?
What? Billy, you're in a
your
fucking
degrees in what?
retirement home. Shut your old ass up.
Your
What are you
degrees in
talking
what?
about?
Your
You
degrees
want
in
to talk
what?
about income,
Where?
and you
Okay.
are a Tennessee fan.
Yeah. Your degrees in what?
That's
From
all we
Clemson?
need to know. That's
Had
all we
to
need
go
to
up
know.
north into the mountains to get a degree in what?
What's my degree in, Billy? I don't know.
Yeah.
You tell me.
I
What's my
don't know.
degree in? What's my degree in?
I don't know.
All right, then pipe down.
No, tell us.
Pipe down.
All
Tell
right.
us.
Okay.
You need to get to pay the light bill too. You need to get a new job.
We've
Hey,
Get a
had-
new
Billy,
job.
you need to suck my fucking dick,
You
you
need to get a
pussy.
new
What are you
job.
talking about?
Pay the light
What are you
bill.
talking
Get a new
about?
job.
You gonna talk to me like that, and I'm gonna talk to you however I want. Billy, take your old ass, go give you some tapioca pudding, man. Go lay down. Maybe get the humidifier up, man. I know your sinuses are probably fucked up by now, dude. But don't talk about income, dog. You're a Tennessee fan. Hold up. Don't cut me off yet, Rob. Don't cut me off. Let me just do something real fast.
Don't cut me off because I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down.
All right, let's just do some quick research real quick, okay? Let's just do some quick research.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Tennessee's acceptance rate at 75%. South Carolina's acceptance rate 64. Let's look at median income. And I'm just getting the numbers off right. I'm willing to bet though South Carolina probably has a better median income for grads. Maybe I'm wrong. But let's find out together. How about that?
Are we
South
really
Carolina
really-
median income 60 no, this is just college grads in South Carolina. Okay, University of South Carolina median income 56,000 right off the rip. Let's see Tennessee.
He's some slapdick from East Bogo.
Tennessee, they probably don't pay them in actual dollars.
Damn, this is crazy. Tennessee's 40,000. So you mean South Carolina grads on average make $13K more than the Tennessee man, and you're over there talking about EBT at the ticket counter?
40,000. Hell, I could make more than that as assistant at McDonald's.
You can make 40,000 working a fucking garbage truck with no degree. Like, what are we talking about? And he wants to bring up EBT at the ticket counter? Like, what? What are we even discussing here? This guy, and he's not here to defend himself, so I won't go long. This guy thinks wins in the fucking 1920s is what makes you a good program. We pulled the stats. The whole chat will see. They have 4 more wins in the last 24 years. They are South Carolina. That is what they are. They don't want to accept it, as you guys can see. They want to, we got 5 stars. We got Nico. I'ma fucking leave you. Like, what? Dude, nobody gives a shit. All right? You think this guy's fucking, he's got golden feet. You think this guy's going to stroll out in the fucking field and just make it look easy. It ain't like that, pal. And maybe he is good, but until he shows it, he's fucking trash.
Yeah.
All right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
develop some of these people.
Billy, I still love you, okay? Good night, bye.
That is fucking great.
Orange flavored says, if we are SEC, then how do we get 13 SEC titles? Once again, like I said, I don't really respect anything that you got before black people could play football. I mean, that's what how old are those damn titles?
Shit.
Come on.
Oh man, that's just great, Jackpot.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Exactly. All right. Anyway, I think I don't know where to go from here, Jackpot. We're gonna have
Rob, let us know as soon as possible how those how that poll goes in terms of
it's up on the Rob and Kale Facebook
page.
page.
In terms of adding the point spread, because I'm going to start doing my really annoying advertisement videos for the contest pretty soon. Well, the season starts the 24th. We got that Colorado North Dakota State game. We've got the Florida State, Georgia Tech game. And I didn't even realize this, but UNC plays week 0. against Minnesota.
I'm looking at the. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out when. Yeah, I mean, what? Hold on. Let's see what we got here. That way I'm not just talking out of my ass here. Let's see your college football. We'll look at the actual schedule of games to start the season here. Schedule. Here we go. Yeah, the first game of the season is August the 24th. We've got 4 games on that Saturday. Delaware State and Hawaii, Florida State and Georgia Tech, Montana State and New Mexico, and SMU at Nevada. SMU's a 25-point favorite in that matchup, Jackpot.
Yeah, Nevada sucks. Isn't Minnesota there? North Carolina?
I'm just looking at. Hold on, let me see here. It's FBS1, all games. Yeah, it says all. I mean, it's North Carolina plays the following week. They play on the 29th. So there's a shit ton of games on the Thursday, the 29th. So
I thought that one was on the 24th.
No, the 24th are the 4 games that I sent you, or I just told you about. North Carolina and Minnesota on the 29th.
Huh, okay.
That's a lot of games for a Thursday night, Jackpot. Coastal plays at Jackson State. Let's see if there's another one here that we. Like
I think our buddies at Mizzou play on that Thursday night.
Murray State. Watch them play that night. There isn't any other. I mean, we're not going to have these in the contest because they're Thursday games. Friday, there's Temple at Oklahoma, Lehigh and Army, TCU at Stanford, Duke and Elon. Okay, and then that Saturday is the first real at it. So we'll have games on the 24th. We'll probably do all 4 of those games, right, in the contest?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we can get a line on Delaware State and Hawaii.
Right now it's Hawaii minus 27.5.
Then August 3rd. Have we picked the games for week 1 yet? You want to do that before we get out of here, Jackpot? We can do that right now. Obviously, we'll have Clemson and FSU.
FSU?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Clemson and Georgia. Why am I thinking FSU?
Yeah, Clemson and Georgia will be there.
And then South Carolina and Old Dominion.
Okay.
And then you got Penn State and West Virginia. What do you think?
Okay.
You want that one too? Okay.
Yeah, let's do Virginia Tech and Vanderbilt.
Virginia Tech. Okay.
Let's do
Miami and Florida, obviously.
Yeah, Miami and Florida. Let's do that one.
Miami, Florida.
Let's do Texas A&M and Notre Dame. How many more we got?
Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 5 more. 4 more and a shitter.
We got some more shitholes here. Some
Yeah,
real shit ones. Let's do shit, dude. Fuck. Let's do Wyoming and Arizona State. That's a pretty short line.
Wyoming, okay.
Let's do Southern Miss and Kentucky.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8.
Let's do Fresno State and Michigan.
How about Richmond and Virginia?
Richmond's an FCS team.
Nah, who cares?
I don't really want.
Boise State and Georgia State or Georgia Southern?
Okay.
All right, we need 1 more. What was the other one you said?
Fuck. Fresno State and Michigan.
Okay.
That might be a sneaky weird game there.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then what's the shitter? Can I make some nominations for the shitter, Jackpot?
I've got one picked out right here.
Okay, damn it. You didn't let me have any fun. All right, what do you got for the shitter?
Eastern Michigan and UMass. UMass gets put in the shitter more than anybody.
UMass should just change their name to the shitter. What a mess. Okay. Jack likes ECU over Norfolk State. Very good.
Who?
Jack Dugan says, "Come on, guys, give me ECU over Norfolk State."
Yeah, I think East Carolina might scrape that one out.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's been a good show. Vote in the poll. We'll try to make that work. If you want to do the poll, have at it. Let's see here. The comrades already talked about the poll here.
Akron plays Ohio State. There are 50 points. That line is.
The comrade says no. No to the totals. So I don't know.
That is awful.
All right. Well, it's been a good show. I appreciate everybody joining us this evening.
Yeah, it was very entertaining tonight.
It was very entertaining.
We need more of that.
We appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to you guys later on.